But if
warmth.
the baby's being reasonable, then that should be just fine. So here is the baby on that note. A little bit bigger than last time.
Just a bit.
So this is the little profile, little side-on view just there. The baby jumping around there. From this angle we can actually see a little bone in the nose. Longer this bone, lower the risk of Down syndrome. That's a good length. This here is the corpus callosum, structure that connects two halves of the brain together. It looks normal. Little profile, little side-on view of the face, just there. Looking good. Now, as far as the 3D pictures goes, it's looking up, but it's quite close to the placenta, which is this bright stuff above it. So that may be less than inspiring, but we'll see what we can get. You can see where the baby's sitting in there. So it's sort of sitting down in there, but it's...
That's right, yeah, it's right.
It's right up against that stuff, so that kind of gives it a strange sort of halo across it. So see the change position, but that's a little bit of a sort of glimpse, an idea of how the baby looks. Looking from the top of the head, we can see here, lovely bird's eye view. We come on down, there's an eye there and another eye there, little bright spots, little lenses. Come down a little bit more, that's the nose. This is the upper lip and the hard palate, that looks great. Lower jaw down here, looking good. Just looking there, we can see the oval of the skull bones. Measure the size of the head just there. And that's coming up normal, so that's good. So look at the facial structures from the side just there, so we can see again the little tip of the nose. The upper lip, the hand moving there beautifully. There's those eyes just there. Just there, little lens. Just down there, little lens. Yes, but we can see the lenses there. They're looking good. So that's looking lovely. Coming on down, we can see the heart. So this here, cross section of the chest, but it keeps running away. That's better. There's the chest there. You can see the valves sticking open and shut. Blood vessels coming out of the heart are looking good. There's those 4 chambers there beautifully. Good, really good. That heart is looking beautiful. Just looking at the blood flow here, we're seeing blood flow into each side of the heart. That looks excellent. Red is up and blue is down, so we use this to make sure that the vessels not only look good, but that they flow in the right direction, and they do. And we see flow up each side, no flow across the septum, so there's absolutely no evidence of a hole there, so that's wonderful. Check the heartbeat. Beautiful. Nice and regular. 155 beats a minute, that is perfectly normal too, so that's looking good. So lovely looking heart.
That's good.
Very useful. This is looking at the head again from the side. We can see the midline that divides the two halves to the brain. That looks, whoops, very good, except it's rolled away.
Hiding from you, isn't it?
Okay, well, just don't then. We'll look at something else. Brain was initially looking good and then it ran away. This is the waist.
Okay.
Black space there, stomach. So we check the size of the waist, which is good. We come on down a little bit more. This is where the umbilical cord goes into the tummy. That looks lovely. The arteries that surround the bladder to supply that cord. Baby's really on the move now.
Okay. He's trying to run away from me, isn't it?
Like everything I want to look at, baby says, nah.
No.
See, it can run, but it can't hide. So we'll go back to the brain. Midline of the brain there.
Mm-hmm.
One of the lateral ventricles, fluid-filled space. Perfectly normal. Other lateral ventricle. Perfectly normal. Cerebellum. Absolutely fine. Area of the back of the neck. Absolutely fine. Perfectly normal. Very thin. It's not as accurate as what we did at 12 weeks, but it's still normal, so that's excellent. Coming on down a little bit more. You can see the leg. There's a thigh bone. So leg bones. Coming down to the foot. And the other one coming down to its foot. There is the foot. 5 toes.
Yeah.
See that there?
Mm-hmm.
And there is the other one. 5 toes. Easily seen there.
Mm-hmm.
Hands, arms and hands. Very useful to have. There's that arm coming down there. Long arm. Forearm bones. See the fingers of that hand as it waves about. Baby, where are you going? Okay, end on, thumb, 4 fingers.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one. And on. Ugh.
Oh, did it again.
There were 4 fingers and a thumb, I'm sure about it. It'd be lovely to be. There it is. 4 fingers and a thumb just behind, so that's great. So baby looks good. Really good. Now we'll try this picture again for you. Press our fingers and toes. See, it's sort of wiping its face and
Oh.
sucking its thumb almost.
Oh. What history?
It's going to be great on the DVD, I'll tell you that much. As an actual picture, it's not perfect, and you can see that little line there. That's a bit of
Yeah.
bit of cord floating past, and I can't get rid of that.
That's great.
Kind of useful, but there we have it. At least
So
it's
it's
a picture. Now, any questions about baby that we haven't covered?
Can we tell what gender it is?
Oh yes, easy.
Yep.
Now we check, before we do that, we check your cervix.
Okay.
This is your cervix down here. It needs to be normal length. Perfectly. We look at your placenta, which is this bright bit up here.